To understand some of these measures, we can speak to our correspondent in Brussels, Dave Keating. Hello to you, Dave. These sanctions, as I understand it, they've been agreed to, but it's still unclear how to impose them.
Exactly. This is going to be a very complicated endeavor. So yesterday, we had agreement from all 27 EU countries in principle to expel Russian banks from the SWIFT system. But they now need to figure out how to do that while shielding the European Union economies as much as possible from the blowback effect. So foreign affairs ministers from all 27 countries will meet by video tonight to try to figure out exactly how to do this. They want to do it surgically, tactically, so that they avoid blowback effects. There's also a lot of talk now about what needs to be excluded to avoid harsh economic blowback effects, and that is energy. They need to exclude Gazprom from this because EU countries still need to be able to pay Gazprom for the gas that they rely on from Russia. And of course, the big question is if Putin might just shut off the taps. So these foreign ministers tonight will be discussing how exactly to make a reality out of what was agreed yesterday.
And Dave, we're seeing more and more countries offering military aid to Ukraine. Tell us about that.
Well, tonight also, the foreign ministers are going to be talking about a proposal to use EU money to militarily aid Ukraine. That would be a big step, and of course that follows the decision by Germany yesterday to reverse decades of post-World War II policy and start arming Ukraine. Germany has, since the end of the Second World War, had a ban on providing arms to any conflict area. And that ban was very exhaustive. It didn't just mean Germany couldn't send military equipment. It meant that any military equipment made in Germany couldn't go. So it had been blocking an attempt by Estonia to send arms to Ukraine and by Netherlands because those arms were originally made in Germany and therefore couldn't go. They needed German permission. So this switch yesterday is a huge switch for Germany. Germany will be sending 1,000 anti-tank missiles and 500 anti-aircraft missiles to Ukraine. And tonight the foreign ministers are going to be talking about how the EU can coordinate this military aid. Now, this is tricky because the founding treaties of the EU ban any money from the EU budget going toward military conflicts, but there is an idea to use this special peace fund outside the EU budget in order to do this, and they think they can do this without unanimity, so countries with traditional neutrality like Austria could abstain and not participate. So a lot on the table tonight, but this would represent a sea change for the European Union to be starting to fund military operations in a non-EU country.
All right, Dave. Thank you very much. Dave Keating reporting from Brussels.